quickly go over questions 4, 5, and 6 on the practice for tape diagrams. Laura had 3 cats, Sax, Princess, and Luna. Okay, the ratio of Sax's weight to Princess's weight was 4 to 5. And the ratio of Princess's weight to Luna's weight is 6 to 7. I want to know the ratio of Sax to Luna. Well, I can't just do 4 to 7, okay? Because we have to make sure that they're all equivalent to each other. So I'm going to look at my first ratio, and I'm going to look at my second ratio, and I'm going to say, is there anything that they have in common? Well, Princess is in both ratios. 5 and 6 are in both ratios. I want 5 to be equal to 6. Right now, they're not equal. So I want to think of a number that both 5 and 6 can go into, that they can both go into. A number that's a multiple of 5 and 6 is 30. So I'm going to set this equal to 30. 5 times 6 is 30, and 4 times 6 is 24. I'm going to set this equal to 30, multiply this by 5, multiply this by 5, and I get 35. So my new ratio is 24 to 30 to 35. And it asked me about Sax to Luna. So 24 to 35 is my final answer, okay? Again, the reason I had to set Princess equal to itself is because it should be equal to itself. Now 30 is equal to 30. So let's take a look at number 5. We're going to do a similar thing. We have Danny poured 78 liters of water, okay, in containers X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z. The ratio of the volume of X to Y is 5 to 2, and the ratio of Y to Z is 8 to 11. So I'm going to look at my two ratios. What do they have in common? I notice they have Y in common. So 2 should be equal to 8. Well, 2 is not equal to 8. So what number can both 2 and 8 go into that's a common multiple? 8 they can both go into. So wherever I see a circle, I'm going to set it equal to 8. How do I get from 2 to 4? I multiply by 4. Therefore, I'm going to multiply this by 4 and get 20 over 8. I'm going to multiply this by 1. I'm going to multiply this by 1, and I'm going to get 11. So my ratio is 20 to 8 to 11. Okay? Now it says my total is 78. How much water was poured in X? So now I want to take X, Y, Z, and I need to make a tape diagram. I have 20. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18, 19, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I have 20 to 8 to 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know that's going to be there. And 11 is going to be here. So I'm going to go down. Okay, so now I have 20 pieces plus 8 pieces plus 11 pieces, and that's going to be equal to 78 total liters. So this is 39 pieces equals to 78. So I have to take 78 and divide it by 39, and I get 2 is worth each piece. So here I'm going to take 20 and multiply it by 2 and get 40 liters. Here I'm going to take 20 and multiply it by 8 to get, multiply by 2 because 2 is what each one's worth. And I'm going to get, rewind. I'm going to take 8 and I'm going to multiply it by 2. And here I'm going to take 11 and multiply it by 2. So this will be 16, this will be 22 liters. So the first question says, how much was poured into X? 40 liters. The second question says, how much more water was poured in X than Z? So it should be Z, X minus Z, which is 40 minus 22, which is going to give me 18 liters. Let's go over the last one. The ratio of number of mystery books to the number of science fiction books, mystery to science, is 4 to 3. And the ratio of science to biography is 4 to 5. If there are 48 science books, I want to know what's the total. Okay? So again, what do we have in common? S and S are the same. 3 should be equal to 4. Now, what number can both 3 and 4 go into equally that's a multiple? 12. So we're going to set this equal to 12. I'm going to set this equal to 12. I'm going to multiply this by 4 because 3 times 4 is 12. Therefore, I'm going to multiply this by 4 and get 16. I'm going to multiply this by 3 because 4 times 3 is 12. I'm going to multiply this by 3 and get 15. So now I have mystery, science fiction, biography of 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16, 12, 15. Okay, and I know science is 48. So I'm going to take 48 and I'm going to divide it into 12 pieces because I have 12 total pieces here. That's going to give me 4. So each box is going to be worth 4. I'm going to put 4 in all these boxes because that's what each box is worth. So we're looking for total books. So if I look at mystery, I know I have 4 times 16 boxes, which is going to give me 64. I already know this is 48. And then I'm going to take 15 and multiply that by 4, and that's going to give me 60. So I'm going to add 60 plus 48 plus 64, and that's going to give me my total books. Okay, so I'm going to do 60 plus 64 plus 48, and that's going to give me 172 books. Hopefully this helped you out figuring out how I can make one ratio equal to another. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in class. Other than that, have a great night.